Hello everybody, I'm Stuart Deming with XPLR.NASH. Follow us on Instagram, subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you like exploring and hiking and adventuring and maybe camping, this is the video for you. This is the top state parks within 60 miles of the city of Nashville. I'm currently standing at the Narrows of Harpeth River State Park on top of a huge bluff overlooking a nice valley with some river. Tennessee state parks are absolutely amazing. They have 56 state parks throughout the state of Tennessee. So check out Tennessee state parks. This is Narrows of Harpeth. Let's go to the next state park. Standing in Bicentennial State Park, this is the closest state park to downtown Nashville because it is in downtown Nashville. Completely free to come view the state capitol. There's the farmers market. There's about to be the new Tennessee State Museum. A lot to do here in the state park. You can read some history of the state of Tennessee. This park was built in 1996 to celebrate the 200th anniversary. That's why it's called Bicentennial State Park. Walking through Henry Horton State Park, this is a state park about 50 miles away from Nashville. They have a lot of cool amenities here. You have a shooting range, a disc golf course, a regular golf course. They have room for camping and RVs. They also have a great restaurant called the Governor's Restaurant here on the campus or property of the Henry Horton State Park. This state park used to be the land for the governor of the state of Tennessee. His name was Henry Horton. This used to be his private estate. Then they turned it into a state park. The cool thing about this park is it's right on the shoreline of the Duck River, which is also the same river that's affiliated with the old stone fort. If you're just in Nashville and you want to get outside and come camping or come to a shooting range, Henry Horton State Park is the place for that. Standing at Radnor Lake, this is definitely one of the closest state parks to downtown Nashville. The closest state park is Bicentennial Mall, which you'll see earlier on in this video. This park I would consider to be more of a state park because if you look around me, I'm surrounded by water and nature. This is an incredible state park in the Tennessee State Park system. The history behind this park is that it was farmland originally, and then they made this into a lake to power the steam engine locomotives that are about 3 miles away from here. So if you are into state parks, you're into exploring, you're into outdoor stuff, this is such a great place for that. It's 10 miles away from Nashville, about 8 to 10 miles of hiking trails. Check out Radnor Lake. Leaning on a railing right now in Dunbar State Park in the great state of Tennessee. This is one of the 56 state parks in our state. Dunbar Cave used to be a show cave. In 1883, it was originally mentioned in a newspaper. And so this area right here where I'm walking to used to be the dance floor for the show cave. As you can see right here, this used to be the concessions, and so this used to be the dance floor. Dunbar State Park is about 38 miles away from downtown Nashville, a little bit close to Clarksville. So if you're in Middle Tennessee and you want to see a cave, they also offer cave tours. Dunbar State Park is the place for that. Standing in one of the coolest state parks within the 60 miles of Nashville, this is EVINS State Park. Right behind me is Center Hill Lake and Reservoir. There's a dam right there to my left. Great boating. There's 11 miles of hiking trails. Some trails are moderate. This park was opened in probably the 1950s and 1960s by the Army Corps of Engineers. There's about 60 areas for tents and for RVs. There's cabins here. So if you're within the city of Nashville and you want to get out and to be in nature, EVINS State Park is definitely the place for that. Walking through Old Stone Fort State Archaeological Park near Manchester, Tennessee, about 63 miles from Nashville. This is one of the coolest state parks that I've been to in the state of Tennessee. About 1,500 years ago to 2,000 years ago, Native Americans, you can tell there's a mound of dirt. They used this land for celebrations, for the change of seasons. They lived here and they modified these mounds for about 500 years. They're called hilltop enclosures. A lot of really cool waterfalls, 50 acres of surrounding land in the hilltop enclosure. There's hiking trails, about 3.5 miles of hiking trails here at this state park. It's 400 acres, 63 miles from Nashville, right near the Duck River. Awesome historical place. Definitely one of my favorite state parks in state Tennessee. Come check out if you're interested in Native American history, just seeing some beautiful scenery. Standing on the cliff edge of Long Hunter State Park, about 20 miles away from downtown Nashville. Right behind me is Percy Priest Lake. This is one of the closest parks to downtown Nashville where you can boat, fish, hike, camp. There's about 20 miles of trails here at Long Hunter State Park. 4 different separate entrances to the park. Just a great location close to downtown if you're wanting to fish and do some boating. Great location for exploring and just adventuring outside. Another top state park near Nashville is the Cedars of Lebanon State Park. It's about 40 miles away from downtown Nashville. What's really cool about this park is the Tennessee limestone that's coming up and out. So about 8 miles of hiking trails. And when you're on the 8 miles of those hiking trails, you see a lot of that Tennessee limestone. You can see some cool caves, like this cave behind me. They have 11 picnic shelters. They have 87 camping sites. This is a great place just to get outdoors. It's close to Nashville, within an hour, and just a great place to experience, hike, camp, picnic, and just have some great fun outside. In Bloodsoe in Gallatin, Tennessee, this is in our top state park video within 60 miles of Nashville. This state park area used to be known as the Native American hunting ground. So different Native American tribes would hunt here. And as you can see, there's a really good ecosystem. We've ran into some geese, some ducks. I've seen a snake, we've seen some turtles, we've seen deer. They have about 6 miles of hiking trails here. 5 of them are non-pavement. 1 mile of the trails are pavement. They also have camping sites and RV spots. Then they have 2 boat docks. One for campers specifically, and then the other one is a public dock that you can drop your boat. If you're coming up to Gallatin, Bloodsoe State Park is one of the places to be, to hike, to go fishing, to listen to birds, as you can tell. I'm Stuart Deming with XPLR.NASH. Follow us on Instagram, that link is below. Like this video, go outside and hike, go fish, get out into the Tennessee State Park system because it's one of the best in the country. Thank you for exploring with us.